Hi there, Emily here. Welcome back to my channel. This is a little series I'm doing on my health journey. And the reason why I'm doing it is because I'm hoping to inspire somebody, right? And if nothing else, it's helping me talk it out and get through, my everyday, right? Talking about my health journey helps me move forward in that process. And I appreciate you watching and listening. If you like what you hear, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, because I do put out a video every week or every couple of weeks. And so, my goal in doing this is hoping to inspire and maybe help just one person somewhere. So again, thank you for watching. Today, I want to talk about something that's deeply personal. This is something that I just recently put out there, social media. And not that it's not been, it's not completely taboo, but it's something that I never really talked about publicly. But I'm out here to share the fact that I struggle with binge eating, right? That was a big struggle of mine, still is a struggle of mine. It's not completely eradicated, right? It's always something that I will struggle with because I used it for so long in my life to cope with stress, to cope with anxiety, to cope with my emotions. I feel it's really important to share because I want people to know that they're not alone, right? This is something that a lot of people struggle with. And I know this because I've struggled with it and have my own experience. You're not alone, okay? There's strategies that can help you. So in this episode, I'll share what worked for me, what continues to work for me, and maybe offer some practical tips for you for your journey. So yeah, let's get started. So anyway, today we're talking about overcoming binge eating. Now, overcoming it, I guess overcoming it because there's really no cure for it, I guess, if you will. But how do you doing it? How do you get around it? How do you end the struggle? So the struggle's always there. That I'm going to say right off the bat. But what can you do? What did I do to make the struggle less and less? As I did, I was able to overcome it and make it a little less. Not to say that I haven't fallen off the wagon, because I have. I have messed up, but I have the tools to get right back on track again, which has been the best thing that ever happened to me. Which is why I'm out here trying to share with as many people as I can, because so doing. While I was going through those days of, stress eating or, binge eating to handle my stress and my emotions, I mean, physically, I was not healthy. I was overweight. I was angry, right? Because I have usually too much sugar in my system. And, I just did the way I handled things were not always conducive to helping anybody, right? During that time, it was evident that I had struggles because of my weight. Nobody knew what was going on. Nobody knew what was going on in my life. Most people would probably look at me and just say, well, she just can't stop eating. She just overeats. While that was true, the reasons why I was overeating were not just because I was overeating. It's very complex. It's very complicated. It's not something to ever take lightly because there is so much involved in it. It's okay. Ask for help. That's what I want to drive home. I feel like you need to go out alone, right? I didn't, right? So, I'm very open to share that I've spoken to counselors before, and I have been for years. And while I didn't go for binge eating per se, I did realize I learned that was one of my coping mechanisms. That's one of the ways I got through all the leap that I've gotten through. That's how I dealt with things. I realized that when I got older, that was no longer serving me, because then health issues were creeping up, and I was like, figure this out, because these health issues aren't going to serve me for much longer, right? And they're not going to serve me at all. They're just going to make me sicker and sicker. So I needed to do something to pause, or maybe turn back the clock a little bit. So some of the things that I did to overcome the binge eating was following the program that I coached, right? program that is available to everybody. Following this program has helped me organize, get myself organized, right? Meal plan, um, learn how to organize all of my healthy habits, macro habits that I spoke about last week. If you want to learn about that, go watch my video from last week, the 6 macro habits. Healthy weight management, hydration, exercise, sleep, stress management, and healthy community, surrounding yourself with healthy people. It just all goes hand in hand, right? So systematically, I've been able to do that over the course of the last 6 years of my life because of having a coach and having this program and having the community and the group proof system that helped me reduce my weight. It just all went together. During that time too, I did a lot of self development through the program. And I learned that journaling, which is something that I always like to do, really helped me. Like I always just loved to write. I had a journaling teacher in high school, and I loved the fact that writing, it just did something for me. And I didn't know what it was until I started this whole journey, that it was actually helping me get through some stressful situations, this journaling thing, right? So I learned that really helps. And it also helps kind of track what I've gone through, right? But also journaling can help track triggers. If you're going through a situation, oh my gosh, I just had a really stressful situation. All I want to do is eat a bag of Doritos. There's a trigger. Stressful situation leads you to eating that bag of Doritos, right? See where I'm getting here? Another strategy is balance the nutrition, blood sugar balance. So this way you don't experience that physical need, because we're human. We need to eat. There's nothing wrong with eating, right? That's normal. We all have to do it, right? But when someone like me, when I was using food to cope with my stress, I didn't have any nutritional balance. It was just whatever was available. Makes sense? So now that I have it all balanced and regulated, planned out, see what started to happen. I was able to manage my stress a little bit better, sleep better, exercise got easier because I was reducing my weight, so on and so forth. Being mindful of what I was eating also helped, even though I still struggle with that. I have a thing where I fast. I notice on the days that I'm mindful of what I'm eating, I feel so much better. I feel calmer. I feel more in control of my emotions. That makes sense. So practicing that mindful eating really does help. It's not my favorite. That kind of still annoys me. And I'll share that with you. But it's something that I do try to work on going through this process. I still have a lot of work to do. I'm only 6 years in. I'm still a baby at this, right? So, but again, I'm sharing because I hope to inspire somebody. Coping strategies, right? Dealing with emotions in different ways. For me, exercise is a big one. If I don't get out to get some exercise every single day, I feel it. I feel the stress, the anxiety pent up in me. So I need to burn some of that off. And that's either with a walk or a run, getting in some weightlifting activities or something like that, just to burn it off, to create some of those happy hormones that we earn from exercise. Plus, knowing that I am able to move my body in certain ways that I wasn't before helps my emotions, helps me happy, right? I'm sure somebody. You may even be an exercise enthusiast, and feelings that you get from exercise. It's good stuff. So, talking to a friend, how many times have you called your sister and said, "Hi, what's going on? Let me talk this through. Can we talk about this? Help me get through this." I have one sister who helps me with that a lot. Or friends. I have friends. I have coaches that I work with, and running through scenarios with them or my friends, it really, really helps. But I do try not to be obsessive about it. I do try not to, always fall upon my friends and, try to work through. I always try, with my counselor too. So I'm not burning out my friends, but you know, you get the picture. Engaging in hobbies is another one, right? I always find and I always forget that I like to be creative. When I'm creative and I make something, whether it's, I always work in different things, right? I like to make little gardens, flower gardens, I like to write. It's definitely something I like to do. Hobbies, whatever that hobby is, writing or painting or gardening, whatever it is, engaging in that, putting your all into it helps with that pent up energy that we sometimes get when we're stressed out, right? Again, seeking help from a therapist, there's nothing wrong with it. Do it, right? Call them up and say, hey, this chick on YouTube told me I need to speak to a therapist. Whatever it looks like for you. I admit I have been doing it for years, and I am more than happy to share that with people. I'm not afraid of it. Or even, a support group, right? Community. Where do you find that community? I got a really good one. Want to know about it. Creating meal plans, that's very, very helpful. And that's one thing that I've talked about in my previous videos, how much I hate meal prep. But it helps me. Knowing what I'm going to eat for dinner or for lunch and having it planned out really, really helps. Because if you have to make a game day decision, sometimes you make the wrong choice, right? And then what happens? You fall up your blood sugar, and the cycle begins or continues. This is what we're trying to avoid, right? Please, if you have any experiences in this area, share them. Comments. Find my contact information below. Message me. Email me. Let's talk. Main objective for this episode was to come clean for me, right? To come out here and share my struggles of binge eating. Because I want to help people. I want to help more people, and I hope that this reaches people. So if you know anybody who has a struggle, think this might help them, please share with them. That would be wonderful. And if you know anybody who wants to know more information about the goof program that I use to get my head straight, to get my weight off, to get myself, organized and healthy, by all means, reach out to me. I'm happy to share. I have so many clients right now who are ecstatic with their results, right? They're feeling great. They're feeling lighter. They're fine, trying on new clothes that haven't fit in a while, and they feel amazing. So all of my contact information is below. So feel free to reach out anyway, email, text, on my calendar, schedule an assessment with me, whatever it is, or share this. Just simply share this with someone. That would be the best help ever. So again, if you liked what you heard today, like and subscribe. Share it with a friend. Go check out some of my other videos. Like I said, last week I did the 6 macro habits, and it just really all makes sense in my head now. But if you have questions about that, and you want to know more information about that, reach out at any time. Again, thanks for watching. Appreciate you. I love you, and I hope you have a wonderful